Hello, my name is Michael Price. I'm a sales recruiter. I have been for 25 years in the IT space. I'm here to talk to you about a systems integrator that I'm recruiting for. They sell complex services. So when I think about services, I always think there's a spectrum. And on the left-hand side of that spectrum, or right-hand side, I guess, as you're looking at it, but on the left-hand side of that spectrum is simple break, fix, maintenance, hosting. They're really simple services. On the right-hand side of the spectrum are advisory services, so the type that Accenture, Deloitte, or Gemini will sell. And then in the middle, you've got that sort of crossover period where actually the provider has to provide some form of consulting. This client is right of center, quite close to being in the advisory services market. They're a Microsoft partner. This role is paying 120k basic, 240 OTE. This is a small division, and it is relatively small to the size of the company, of a gigantic company. This division has 3,000 employees, 21 salespeople in Europe, and they're selling big transformation deals. Those big transformation deals are underpinned by Microsoft technology. So the Microsoft technology is really a toolkit. This is a services sale. So is this leading with and selling Microsoft as a product? No, it's subtly different to that. It's really selling transformative services. But as I said, the toolkit is Microsoft. Very strong in FSI, retail, manufacturing, distribution, and central government. They've just got massive capacity. So the interesting part of the services world is that if I go out and close a £10 million deal, actually, can the company that I've worked for, can they implement and provide the services for that deal in the time frame that I've sold them? And actually, not many companies can. This company can. The role is focused on the commercial market. It's new business. So when I sat down with the client, I've met this client, I've known him for years anyway, but I said, if you employed me, how would I do this job? And he said, thing number one, we'd start with 20 target accounts and we'd use our own network. So they are a division of a very big company. The company does have other IT solutions teams and actually non-IT solutions teams. So if you wanted to sell into a chosen account, a good starting point is, have we or have the wider company sold into that account? The next bit is to work with the Microsoft team. Clearly, in the bigger stakes sales, Microsoft will work an account plan with selected integrators. This client is one. And then also, they have an alliance manager that manages that relationship between Microsoft and my client. So they're the three parts of it. And really, if you're a new business, smash the living daylights out the phone thing, personally, I love that. I wouldn't say that's this kind of job. It's more thinking your way into the account. The target in year one is 2 million. The target in year two and thereafter is 6 million. They do have people hugely exceeding that. They've got one guy who does between 10 and 12 million a year. And it is win the account and then retain and grow the account. So what they're looking for, they really would like somebody who currently sells Microsoft technology. It's not 100% essential, but it's not far off. So that's services around Microsoft. They want somebody who's strong in new business in the way that I explained, somebody who can manage complex engagements. You've one part you've got the buyer, then you've got you, then you've got Microsoft, then you've got the alliance manager, then you've got other parts of the bigger company. It's already complex before you started. From a vertical perspective, they're perfectly open. This one is described as general commercial. Package is 120k basic, 240k OTE. This is a massive brand. And, I don't care what people say on LinkedIn. It is easier to sell for a company that the end user has heard of. 100% that's the case. My contact details are on the screen. Also, the email address of my colleague Jo. It's unlikely I'll speak to Jo, but nonetheless, her email address is there. Thank you. Hopefully speak to you soon.